How's it going, everyone? My name is George, and this is just my review of Disney Pixar's newest film, Luca. So, this is the 2021 Pixar film of this year, and it's about a boy named Luca who is really a sea monster, and he befriends another sea monster named Alberto, and they go into the surface world, and they become humans, and they go on their own little adventures while trying to pursue their dreams. And this is, like I said, the newest Pixar film. And Pixar has always done a great job of giving solid to phenomenal animated movies. And Luca is once again a solid animated film. This is a very good animated film. It's not as good as some of Pixar's other great movies, but it's also better than some of Pixar's other movies. And I'm going to get into why. So I do want to get it out of the way. This is the newest Pixar film, and we've gotten many Pixar films throughout the years. So while this isn't a negative, it does hold the film back with some of those cliches that you've seen, and not just other Pixar films, but other Disney animated films, even some other animated films that aren't Disney. Some of the tropes that you see, I'm not going to list them because I don't want to spoil the movie, but there are some like cliches in there that you might think, oh, I've seen that in another movie. And it does its own unique take on it, but at the same time, it kind of holds the film back. One thing I will say, at least they don't have the typical cliche twist villain that you've seen in other Disney movies, Pixar movies. But I do want to get into the villain. This is a big negative for me. The villain, Urkel, he was a weenie. I didn't care for this villain at all. I mean, right from the beginning, as soon as he appears, you know he's the antagonist, but he was a weak antagonist. I was never sold on him, and it's kind of disappointing because I think Pixar, even when their film isn't all that great, usually give pretty good villains, but this was the weakest villain. Now, having said all that, I did enjoy this film a lot. It's beautifully animated. The young voice actors for Luca and Alberto are great. They do such a great job. Their chemistry is great to watch. I love the friendship that these characters have. You also see some jealousy in the mix, and you also have a lot of humor. This is a very funny Pixar film. One of the things that I laughed a lot about in this film, and this might come across as a spoiler, but it was shown in the trailers, is there's a cat that is aware that these two boys are really sea monsters. And, he's always like growling, looking at them suspiciously. And I found it to be pretty funny because I am a cat owner. I have cats that, if there were real life sea monsters, they would be growling at them and looking at them suspiciously, or at least one of my cats would. The other thing I really appreciate about this film is the celebration of Italian culture. I am Italian, so it was very great to see, Pixar taking on, a town in Italy, Italian culture. And really just the friendship that these characters have. The director even said like he wanted to tell a story about, these characters just being kids, having a good time, having a great friendship. And he did his job. He really delivered on giving that kind of film. And all the while all this is going on, they're in this town that obviously hunts for sea monsters, so they got to avoid being exposed. And I think they did a really good job of, showing the seriousness of it, but at the same time, showing it in a humorous way. There's a good balance right there about about how serious it would be and bad for them if they were exposed, but at the same time trying to show it in a hilarious light in some instances. So all in all, I enjoyed Luca. It's kind of in the middle as far as Pixar rankings would go. I'm not going to rank every Pixar movie, at least just yet, but it's kind of in the middle. I think some people are going to be too tough on this because we always have this big expectation that a Pixar movie is going to be phenomenal. And some people assume if it's not great to phenomenal, then it's not a good movie. But we've gotten Pixar movies that are just good to very good. Onward last year was a pretty good Pixar movie. I thought it was a very good Pixar movie, Monsters University, A Bug's Life. They're still very good animated movies. These are still very good Pixar movies, but they're not up to the standard of, let's say, the Toy Story films or The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc., Up. There's going to be an expectation that people have, but compared to other anime movies, it's still a very good anime movie. And it's disappointing that this isn't going to be seen on the big screen because, like I said, this is beautifully animated and it can really flourish on the big screen. I get that they did the Disney Plus only thing for Seoul because a lot of movie theaters weren't open at the time. There were a lot of cases at the time for COVID. But now, as things are dwindling down, as you're seeing movies like A Quiet Place Part 2 making a lot of box office money, you got F9, the ninth Fast and Furious movie coming out this weekend, about to make a lot of money. In a couple of weeks, Black Widow's going to do the same thing. You would think that they would at least do a premiere access thing with this film, similar to Cruella, what they're going to do with Black Widow, what they did with Raya and the Last Dragon. But that didn't happen. But yeah, it's still a very good anime movie. I'm going to give Luca a B+. It's not up there with some of the greats, but it's still a very good, solid anime movie, and I highly recommend you go watch it. It is rewatchable. What did you guys think about Luca? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it was one of the best Pixar movies ever or one of the worst? Like I said, it's in the middle for me. Comment below and let me know. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this with someone that likes Pixar movies, who saw Luca or is interested in seeing Luca. And I don't know what my next video is going to be. Nothing's really going on so far with movie news. So when the next big news comes along or when I give a review out, that'll probably be my next video. But until next time, have an awesome day, and I hope to see you guys real soon.